What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? As usual, another bad story to tell that none of us, especially as parents, like to hear. But we hearing it all too much. Let's check this one out.
New details on a shooting we first brought you yesterday morning. A man killed in South LA on Halloween night is the son of a former rap executive and alleged former gang leader.
34-year-old Jabari Henley is the son of Eugene Henley,
Hmm.
better known as Big U. Eugene Henley once managed Nipsey Hussle and is alleged to be the former leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Police say
Yeah,
Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
New details on a shooting we
yeah. I hear something like this and it saddens me. And of course, they bring up his father's gang ties. Of course, that's relevant. But you can't tell me Big U's son didn't know he wasn't supposed to be on Figueroa. I never even been to LA County, but I know nobody from the 60s should be on Figueroa Street. And you could blame it on this, you can blame it on that. A lot of these younger black men are dying from things that they know better. And as a father, this saddens me. It because you can't tell me his father didn't tell him he wasn't supposed to be over there. And then not only his father, you got some of the other people from the neighborhood saying that he was told not to be over there by other people than his father. I don't know what's going on in the minds of some of these young Thundercats, but it breaks my heart. You know, it wasn't so easy to see what you shouldn't do when I was younger. But when somebody you respected told you don't be somewhere or don't do something, you typically listened. And I don't know if it's a lack of respect that these kids have or it's a lack of listening capabilities. But most of these young Thundercats that we've been labeling YNs, most of them have a listening issue. And they clearly have a respect issue, a respect for life of their own or anyone else's. I'm not sure what it is we can or can't do about this. I I watched my own son allow not listening to create trouble in his life and put him in dangerous situations. Just so happened I've been able to swoop in like really like a goddamn action hero movie, which I keep trying to express to him it's not realistic. One of these days you're not next to me. You need to listen to what I told you when you was next to me, when you're not next to me, so you can be back next to me. Some of these things y'all dying for is not worth it. It's not worth it at all. That whole California gangbang scene is not worth it. To be honest with you, the gangbang scene everywhere ain't worth it. All you see is more and more black men dying. You know, in a minute, it's gonna be nothing left but the assholes and the homosexuals. That's a horrible combination. That's a. I don't even want to imagine that. With that being said, this is unimaginable, and it doesn't have to happen. It don't. You know what I'm saying? If y'all funking, stay away from the borderline. Plain and simple. It ain't really nothing to be funking over, to be honest, if you ask me, because it's been losses on both sides and it ain't gonna do nothing but be more losses. Y'all need to settle that one and be done. Why not? What else you got to lose? Oh, your life. But they already losing their lives. That's why when it come down to this gangbang thing, I don't know whether to feel bad for somebody or not. Like, it's so many other things y'all can do, man. You in the land of opportunity, California, fucking everything you want is just right down the street. You can go be an agent, you can go be a manager, you can go be a car detailer, you could be a cocaine salesman to the rich and famous. So many things you could do. You could be a gopher, you could be a fixer. All these jobs exist out there. But instead, we hanging on corners, killing each other. That's in front of smoke shops, man. I don't know what's going on with the smoke shops out there. You know, I'm ready to shoot up a couple smoke shops in Michigan, my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers selling vapes to kids and all this malarkey. You know what? I just went off on a tangent. Forgive me. But that's the type of shit Juan-o be ready to ride for. Y'all niggas riding for I don't know what against each other. That shit need to stop. Y'all done had a whole 50 years of that shit and ain't settled one beef, one score. Ain't not one gang got over the other one or more respected or none of that shit. This been going on for 50 years. And y'all done made it to the zenith of gangsterdom. Let's try something else, fellas. Let's try and Whack 100 gonna snitch on y'all. He gonna make sure the internet know who has something to do with it. So then what is it worth on that point? Because you ain't gonna have a comfortable time in jail. This young man's daddy just became, well, he in the feds. So maybe you might be okay in jail. We out, man. R.I.P. that little fella. Well, damn, I can't even call him a little fella. This man, 34 years old. 34 years old. You know, I've been having conversations. I know they say daddies don't exist, but I've been having conversations with a couple fathers that got their sons still in their house at 30 plus. And I don't know what's going on with some of you young men, but at some point you got to want something out of life. Now, this ain't about Big U, son. This about any son. But shit, Big U son was too old to be hanging out in front of a smoke shop walking up on cars, man. I know he had to know better. Especially shit, even I know it's a quote unquote war going on out there. And that's what I be trying to tell my son. It's so much better to listen. It's so much easier to listen up front than to have a foot in your ass later. Because you could listen up front and get all kind of bonuses and benefits, but a foot in your ass later is a loss. Don't matter if your daddy foot or the foot of somebody trying to shoot you while you hanging in front of a goddamn smoke shop saying hello to some people you shouldn't be fucking with anyway. And ain't that a bitch? Imagine walking up on a car to say hi to end up saying your last goodbye. Imagine that shit. I know it's the afternoon. I'm drinking, but it's hard being a father out here. And it's even harder being a dumbass son that got a father. And it's a short road. That young man had just as many opportunities as his brother, I'm assuming. He should not have been on 69th and Figueroa. And Figueroa hot than a motherfucker. Didn't they just get raided with the prostitution? Like, why are you on the Fig? That crazy, man. That gangbang shit crazy within itself anyway. But we out.